All right.
Okay. Hi guys. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, I'm singing again.
You think we're okay?
I don't know. Oh, there we are. Hey, okay. Jeez Louise. Oh, and there we are again. It would be the one we go live where I start singing. Okay, cool. Got it. Great.
So sorry about that. We're back. The magic of a reboot. So we covered the stockings and want to cover the our new Mako Medal.
Yes, yes we do. We want to talk about the new Mako Medal. So I am very excited about this new Mako Medal. But first, we are going to, I do not have a great voice, don't lie to me. So first off, we're going to do the same thing that we do every single week, which is not only give away one of, I'm not only going to give away one of everything that I have pressed, but I'm also going to give away some great artwork that you see on the screen. So let me see if I can figure this out. So there we go. So yeah, so I've got these 3 great patterns. If you stay tuned, comment on the video, wait to the end. I'm going to pick a couple of names, one from YouTube, one from Facebook, and I'm going to give this artwork away. Now I know that we've had some technical difficulties, and hopefully if we stay live and you guys get my viewership up quite rapidly, I will give away more than just 2 art packs. So I'll pick 2 winners on YouTube and 2 winners on Facebook. So guys, go share this video, get it out there in some of these groups. We've got some brand new material to show you today. And then you also have a chance to win one of everything that I press if you can do that magic thing that I ask you to do every single week, almost every single week. Let me say almost. So, great. So, okay, with all that being said, let's show you what I have. So I've got some really, really fun stuff. I'm going to start, where am I going to start? Let's start with, well, first off, let's talk about this. So this is our Mako Medal. This is actually just a sheet stock. I say just a sheet stock, like it's, so I've got 2 different types of sheet stock. They're both 12 inch by 24 inches, and one of them is 0.025 inch thickness, and one of them is 0.032 inch thickness. So you got one of each of these. I'm actually not going to press these, but this is a really, you know, it's a good, better, best type of metal. It's my favorite sound in the world. You can hear the tone is different. I'm sorry. I realize I'm mic'd up. So yeah, so we've got these 2 pieces.
A couple of comments. So our goal is to deliver the best value to you, and also our goal is to do our best to make sure almost everything we sell, as much as humanly possible, is made in the USA. So we've worked for a long time with a partner to bring made in USA metal to you that would be considered to be that economy grade. Produces great quality. I think it's great. We've done outdoor testing of it, quite reasonable, with Unisub and Chromolux being at the top. So Sprite presented at our last sales meeting license plates that we have tested in the sun here in Mobile, and you know, I thought for the money they did quite well. So we're expanding our Mako line of metal with moving into the sheet stock, which a lot of people love to buy 12 by 24 sheet stock because they do have a shear. And you can also buy products that allow you to do radius corners, that kind of thing.
Right. So yeah, Sandy asked, how can you press something that size on a 16 by 20? So yeah, this is metal for people that are going to, you know, cut it or shear it, or, you know, so that's what this is for. And then the metal is cuttable. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. So, or yes, sir. Sorry. I always assume that I know. I don't know. Okay. So.
The blue is a peel coat, by the way.
That's right. And the sheet stock is the only pieces that have the peel coat. So this is so these two part numbers are MA1042, that's the .032 metal, that's a little bit thicker, and then MA1050, that's the .025 sheet stock, that's a little bit thinner. Okay, so I've got that. Can both sides be sublimated? So it's only coated on one side, it's just a one-sided metal.
The other side is, it does have a thin coating that you could sublimate, for instance, your reorder information, your referral information.
So how long are the license plates supposed to last? So if you keep them indoors, they're going to last years and years and years. I had mine outside in the direct sun, not just the direct sun, but the elements. One of them actually got chewed up by the lawnmower, and I pulled them out after 8 months, and there was a little bit of fading, but you know they're recommended for indoors. If you're going to do outdoors, you want to get some of the Unisub EXT stuff.
So the Unisub plates are your top of the line, and I would say they're a solid 18 months of life. A graphic is going to have a longer apparent life than, say, a photograph. Magenta generally fades first outdoors, so you'll have things with a cyan tint. And so these are, I think, a very solid 6 months of outdoor life, with a graphic being having an apparent longer life. Again, you know, I don't get a lot of complaints from our clients about fading outdoors on a license plate. I think it does, it exceeds what most people would think would be the accepted life.
Yes. Scoob says he's still loving his F570. Cool beans. We got somebody watching from Dubai. Also nice. Somebody asked if we could, can I buy ink in the UK? Not from us.
So ink in the UK, there's a number of great partners there in the UK. I say partners, you know, but companies that do similar to what we do, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding somebody in the UK to buy whatever you need. You can email us if you can't find it. I'll help.
And then I had somebody ask me if the metal was scratch resistant, and so would you call it scratch resistant?
So the Unisub metal, which is Unisub and Chromolux, and there's a number of finishes, and there's even a top-of-the-line Chromolux EXT metal. Their metals are extremely scratch resistant. They are chemically resistant, graffiti resistant. I would say these metals certainly have a pretty good scratch resistance. Again, definitely would, in almost every case, exceed what is expected by the end user. But ultimately, if you're looking for the very best product, then I can put my blessing on the Unisub Chromolux products.
And I'm sorry, Scoob, he was asking that question. That was not a statement, that was a question, and I see that by the question mark at the end of the sentence. I still love the Epson F570. I'm really impressed with it.
In fact, we have one that's a few feet behind one of our TVs here.
I see it.
And I would say that you know, it's nice to have 3 printers, the 400, the 800, and now the 570. The Sawgrass solutions, the 400, 800, are just rock solid, very proven, dialed in printers. And you know, they sell by the thousands. The F570 is really just coming online. We certainly are selling, our sales are way exceeding Epson's ability to deliver the printers. I think the printer works very well. You know, in the near future, our color folks will begin to dial in the color with the SpectraFusion color profiles, which will be part of what we sell. And so again, very happy with the F570. Good to have that printer in our line for folks that are interested in, of course, printing a lot because of the lower cost of printing, and also folks that are interested in getting a larger heat press like the DK25S and the brand new DK32AP.
All right, so I've got a, my first piece that I'm going to press today is my name badge. So this is a 2x3 inch name badge. This is MA1048. Now, here's where I'm going to throw you guys off today. So normally, you know, you tell me how much the whole product weighs, but this actually comes in a 50 pack. But I only weighed one single piece because that's all I'm going to give away. Sorry. So I'm tricking you guys a little bit. You're going to have to do some math. Okay, so my first piece that I'm sublimating, MA1048, the 2x3 name badge. It's coated on one side, it's clear on the other. And I'm going to do my first design, which is my Dragonflies design. So this is really easy to do. I'm just going to tape it, put a piece of protective paper down on the bottom. Now this is where it's a little different. So I'm going to do this. Normally I do this image face down. For this metal, I'm going to do it image face up, product face down.
Yeah, we found with the Mako Medal, which is a technique we used probably 20 years ago, was that these products press better if the metal is face down on top.
I don't know if y'all saw that. That's very, very, very light pressure. Scoob, you're going to Long Beach. Eddie, are you going to be at Long Beach? Because David's letting me go to Long Beach this year. I'm going to be there. I'm so excited. Get to meet you guys. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So I saw, you guys saw that I did it incredibly, incredibly light pressure for about 45 seconds. So just a tiny piece of metal, no big deal. Don't forget, brand the back of it if you can.
Yeah, for people that do have a DK20S, one of the techniques for extremely light pressure is to turn that black knob in the back so that you turn it clockwise to the point where you can't even close the press. In other words, you know, it's not closable. Then you just lower the platen and let the platen rest on the product. And so it's just the pressure then becomes the weight of the platen.
This stuff sublimates so great. So it's hot. I'm gonna let that cool. I'm gonna let that cool, then I'm gonna show you guys. So I also have a 2-inch disc, so a 2-inch circle. This is MA1043. Now this comes in a 100 pack, but I only want you to tell me the weight of one. So same thing, 385, 45 seconds, light pressure. There we go. All right.
Want to also say one more thing, and that is that we have put together our trade show calendar for 2020. Can you believe it? And want to highlight one of the events that'll be coming up in October, and I think it's never too late to sort of carve out time, and that is something that I've really enjoyed being part of, and I highly recommend. That is the Sublimation Summit. So the Sublimation Summit will be October 21st through the 23rd of 2020 in Atlanta, and both Sprite and I will be teaching there. So we're super excited about this year's Sublimation Summit, or next year's. So it'll be a 3-day summit. It was well attended, great quality group. The organizer is Cheryl Kuchek. She just did a beyond amazing job in putting that together. So really minimal cost, great venue. I guess you wouldn't even call it a hotel. It's more of a, I don't know, what do you call that?
Resort.
Resort.
It was a resort.
Resort, just very nice, great low-cost rooms. Just can't say things, but the content and the world-class instructors, just absolutely amazing.
Is it October or is it September?
October 21st.
Okay.
Oh.
Because it was September last year, or this year. Ugh.
Am I putting down? I'm putting down the wrong dates.
I don't know, guys. Okay, so hold on a second.
I'm going to look it up. I apologize.
I've got people guessing the weight right now. No. Hold on. So you have you have to wait a second. You have to wait. Don't tell me the weight now. You have to tell me the combined weight at the end. And only your first guesses apply. So we're gonna erase all these guesses because you guys are trying to tell me how much this thing weighs. I don't know how much this thing weighs. Let me show you guys what I've done here on these two. All right, this is cute. Just a little disc. Anytime I have anything circular, I want to put a mandala on it. And then I have this really cute name badge. So this is the first pattern up for grabs. This is the Dragonfly Pattern. And yeah, so I've got these two cute little things.
So I was mistaken. The Sublimation Summit is September 26th, 27th, and 28th in Atlanta. The dates I gave you are the dates for Printing United in Atlanta also. And so I was just doing my calendar and reserving it. So the Sublimation Summit, if you go to sublimationsummit.com, I don't know if registration is open yet, but it's September 26th through 28th. And it's not exactly in Atlanta, it's in Peachtree City. But highly recommended. If you're interested in really going the distance regarding education, there's nothing like it in the world.
So Long Beach is January 17th through the 20th. Where did you get your gloves? I got them from Lowe's. They're just leather gloves. I really need to find a pair of gloves that I like, but I'm not allowed out of the office very much. They're fine. They work great. You know, they're just leather gloves, though.
How are things on the subless shrink front?
That's great. Pretty
So
fantastic.
if you're not involved with subless shrink, you ought to check it out. Sprite has a great video on Condé TV, which is our YouTube channel. It is a breakthrough in decorating using an oven, especially great for most drinkware. And this coming year, we will be greatly expanding the number of products that we carry, the number of products that then can be used with subless shrink in an oven.
Yeah, all the time. Did you just use, okay. Did you just reuse your protective paper? I did, but, and I know I shouldn't do this, but, so I use a piece, because I have these really big pieces of protective paper and I'm doing these really tiny items, I'll do a tiny piece and then I'll do another tiny piece, and so I'm actually not putting anything on top of anything else.
So it is,
but don't do that.
Using your cover paper, because it's so inexpensive, you know, it very much will keep things nice and clean, certainly.
Yes, and you will not mess anything up if you use new cover paper. So this thing that I did, this is the keychain tag. So this comes in a 50 pack also. This is MA1045. I just did it for 45 seconds. It's just got a cute little name on it. I'll show you. And actually, I think no, I didn't. There we go. I don't know. I just make up names. Okay. All right. So I've got two pieces of sheet stock, a keychain, a metal disc, and a name tag. I also have a 3.5-inch ornament. So this is MA1051. Now you cannot buy these in singles. These come in a 50 pack.
And one of the reasons, of course, is they're relatively inexpensive, right?
I don't think relatively is they're very inexpensive. All of this metal is very, very inexpensive, very inexpensive.
And so these could be, for instance, you know, taking advantage of this lower cost point, you know, could be done. You could use it for fundraising, for kind of bulk things, kids, church, you name it. You really have some great opportunities. And that's, you know, I would say that's sort of our philosophy of, as Sprite pointed out, good, better, best with our product line, and then trying our best to have everything made in USA. And I would say this year, from a management point of view, I've made considerable progress both with our ability to coat products and our ability to connect with other companies that will make stuff here in the United States.
And I apologize to you two because you guys are asking a bunch of questions and I'm going, okay, I see you, Nancy. So the difference with the Mako Metal, it's just a different company. It's a different price point. It's a little bit, the thickness is different. So it's a really, really good metal. The price point is really the price point and the thickness. Other than that, you have to turn the metal face down. Face down, which is a little bit different than the Unisub. But I'm going to do this two-sided ornament, and I'm going to do both sides at the same time. So don't throw a temper tantrum, Nancy. Try some out. What I'm really excited about are the pieces that I haven't shown you yet. So I kind of like to go.
We got to get to this, right?
We're going to get to it. All right, so I'm going to do the double-sided. I've got my two pieces. I'm sandwiching them together. I'm going to use some Pro Spray. And the keychain already has the hole for the hardware, so you don't have to, it's just a tiny, tiny hole. So it's there, though. I promise it's there. All right. A little bit of Pro Spray. I'm going to sandwich my item in there. What do you have to do today after work?
I have to write an article.
Oh, that's right. I have to get ready for our Christmas party.
We have our corporate Christmas party tomorrow.
Always a great time.
And I always love writing articles. I don't think I'm that good at it. But fortunately, my editor-in-chief, Todd Till, makes me look good, right?
He does. Well, he makes us all look pretty good, actually. Okay, so this is, I kind of like to go, I don't know, my order today was my favorite stuff is going to be at the end, and these last four products I'm really, really excited about. I can see a lot of good use for these. So, the first thing I'm going to do is actually a surprise to everybody. So this is an 8x12 parking sign with the holes. This is MA1046. So no peel coat. And the reason the Mako doesn't have a peel coat is because it's considered a soft coating, and so the heat will actually kind of even out any scratches that are in there before you press it.
Well, the peel coat is often used in coating the metal or in stamping or in routing the metal, and it just depends on if they need the peel coat in order to finish the metal.
And Eddie, I want you to know, I was wondering if anybody was going to notice that I was drinking a Coke today because they were actually all out of Sprites. So thank you for noticing.
I was going to say something, but I didn't know.
All right, guys, so this is my double-sided ornament. So there's one side. I did both sides at the same time. It's still kind of hot. And this is the second pattern up for grabs. This is my Snowflake Pattern.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that color.
All right, it's hot. Okay, so I've got my parking sign, and
all these prints, by the way, were done on our SG800.
That's right.
SG800, even though we have our F570, we're still very, very comfortable with our 800, and probably need to work the 570 into more printing. But you know, the 800 really is just an amazing champ.
So what I'm doing here is I'm letting, because I have a lot of ink on this design, I'm letting it sit underneath the heat press for a couple of seconds to dry the ink, and then I'm just going to place my metal on.
Yeah, it is important, since you're printing with colored water, it is important to ensure the ink is fully dry, because if it isn't, then the water will turn to steam and it will ruin your sublimation substrate.